Here are, folks, The Wild Beyond, Episode 5. Awesome. GM Kyle at it once again. Pathfinder 2E goodness. We're going to pick up where we left off last time. We fought a desperate battle, I believe. It was a close one. Pretty scary. That bear came around again. I remember that. We'll see what happens next. And I believe we're also introducing a new player. Kyle will introduce that character at the right moment, I am sure. So yeah, buckle in, folks, because here we go. Kyle, the reins are yours. Take over, my friend.
The Wild Beyond, Episode 5, Tomb of the Fallen, Part 2. Aha. Clever, ain't it? I'm Kyle. I'll be your DM and host for this session, for this lovely session, for this lovely group of players. Ms. Victoria, would you like to start off this parade with us tonight?
You know, why not? Let's do it. I play Victoria, the elf druid. I know I'm stumbling my words right now. Definitely hoping to see what we're gonna get into chaotic trouble, see what mischief we can create, and give you guys one hell of a show, hopefully.
And Dee Jess, go ahead and tell everybody who you'll be playing tonight and how you doing. How you doing, my brother? How you holding up?
Doing good, doing good. I am Jesse, and I will be playing Kravius tonight. He is our spell sword magus. He's kind of a complex character, but I'm learning to use him. And yeah, let's get to the maiming.
Absolutely. I'm loving the Magus so far. Fritz, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead and give us an introduction.
Scalanis Norwin, my elven rogue who likes to stay in the shadows, a mysterious sort of character, an elf. We'll see how good I do with him tonight. Once again, returning as a player of all things. Crazy. But yeah, that's me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, Kyle.
Absolutely. And then, to not be forgotten, we have a new player to be brought in to the maiming that's about to happen. But not just yet. But she can go ahead and give you an introduction. Jezrin, go ahead and tell us how you doing tonight. Tell us who you playing. How's things going for you?
Things are pretty good. My name's Eric. I've already played in the Abominations Vault game, which was great fun. Tonight, I'm playing Jezrin Ravixina, who's a ranger with her hawk companion, Katar. No one said anything about a maiming when I first heard about this game, but I'm looking forward to having fun in it anyway.
Absolutely. And that is where we're going to pick up with Jezrin. Sort of let you guys ponder your next moves for a minute, and we're going to pick up with Jezrin. Jezrin, it has been a long day for you. You find yourself running down a main road. You're filthy. You're covered in sweat. You're running. All manner of thoughts running through your mind as you approach the citadel, and you see it has been attacked. But that is not the only reason why you are running. You bear grim news from your home. You've been tasked with long-range scouting of the northern area. You found something oddly disturbing. You've come hopefully in time to report the information. Unfortunately, you've come too late. People have told you about what happened, about an attack from a banshee-like creature raising the dead. You yourself know these creatures as the Order of the Conquerors. You should know this, as you are a a scouting lieutenant in the Northern Army. You know them. Can't stand them. You then inquire to any officers in the area that you might be able to help you, or that you can try to get help. For your home has been attacked. It is then that you're told that a party went out to the west, supposedly searching for a cave entrance, supposedly housing the Order of the Conquerors. A party of 5. But you know, as a ranger, you've seen the enemy armies at mass. You know that 5 was not enough. Do you pursue after the party?
Yes, absolutely.
With no surcease, you catch your breath for a moment. You begin to head west. You find their trail. Not very hard to follow Braun's trail. A man that you've known for some years now. Served with, fought beside. He does leave quite a big trail. And after about 45 minutes to an hour of tracking and trailing, you arrive at the outside. Your jaw immediately drops and your eyes widen. You know this place. This is the tomb of the fallen hero. You see a trail leading straight for the entrance. What would you like to do?
I'd like to, using caution and stealth, sneak my way inside and see where. My commander's name is Braun, you said?
Right.
I'd like to track him down and see if I can find him and if he needs any help.
And you do so. You sneak up to the door, and that's whenever you hear the sounds of a frenzied fight. People screaming. A voice you recognize coming from within, followed by immediate screams of suffering and pain, and then all goes quiet. What do you do?
If I heard sufferings of screaming and pain, I race to the location.
You bolt inside, throwing caution to the wind as you reach the top of the steps and you look, and you are greeted by this grotesque sight. You see Braun laying motionless, Cravius standing defiant with his glaive. Why a glaive, I don't know. You see a half-orc and an elven fellow laying motionless. And the bodies of 4 cultists, and a man screaming on this table. As soon as it's going to unpause for me, I'll ping that for you.
Okay.
You have arrived at a most grotesque sight. It is at that point you can introduce yourself to the only standing companion right now.
Okay, so Justin will run down the steps. And who's standing?
Cravius.
Cravius. So Justin runs forward and... Sorry, I should get Katar to come with me. Nope.
Might be a wall there.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Thanks. So Jessamine runs forward and sees Kravis. Now I don't know Kravis from before, right?
No.
Okay.
You do see
So
Braun laying there, so you would assume that this is the party that went out.
yes, exactly. Braun is this one.
Correct.
Sorry, this one. How do I get a pointer? Is it X?
You just press and hold your left mouse button.
Oh, okay. Is that Braun?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So maybe the first thing I would do actually is I would run to Braun. And how badly hurt is he?
It's bad. There's blood everywhere. You see from this angle that it looks like the half orc got chewed on a little bit, and you can see from that particular point of view that an elven fellow has been appears to be severely stabbed.
Okay, so the first thing I'll do then is I will attempt to treat wounds on my superior.
Okay, that's a medicine check.
Yep.
Two D8.
Oh, good. Because I don't know if I succeeded. Perfect.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Oh, did the 2d8 roll?
Did not.
Okay, let's try again. Still no?
Does anybody else see it?
Nope.
Not for me.
Nothing.
Alright, let's try that again. There we go.
There we go. Huh, ironically enough, we both rolled the same.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like you already.
So as I'm tending to him, I look to Kravius and I say, I assume you were with him? What happened here?
Before we go any further, Eric, can you right click on your player name in the bottom left corner? Right click it and configure it and attach it to your character. Because right now you're not hooked on any character.
Oh, okay. Should
That
it
might
be
explain why.
both Jezrin and Qatar or just Jezrin?
Just Jezrin.
Okay.
There you go. Excellent. Sorry,
Now
Kyle.
we're up and cooking.
Sorry, Kyle. Go ahead.
You're good. You're good, Prince. I was just about to say something. Was kind of freaking me out there a little bit.
Yep.
Because it's like, wait a minute, everybody else is designated. Why isn't Eric designated? I thought it was something on my end. Yeah, but as you look to Krabius and sort of reply, Krabius, since Jess ain't here, we'll sort of give you a brief rundown about they came here following the point of a map that was supposed to be that is connected to the outside world at a place called Otari, and fill you in a little bit about the conversation that they heard about serving the Dark Lady, and I believe one said Belcora. Jesse's Krabby is really trying to strain himself to. Was that her name? Or so he wasn't 100% sure of the name, but he believes it to be Belcora.
Belcor. All right. So, is Braun conscious now?
He's just sort of laying there, but you can see him breathing. He's sort of breathing on his own, unrestricted. At that point, Skalanos, you snap awake.
So I look around and ask if anyone else needs their wounds tended to.
You see a druid off to your left that is just splatted against a wall. You see an orc and an elf down, and Krabius is just standing there on his glaive, all defiant. Like
Okay.
he's won some sort of Olympic medal almost.
So Jezrin moves forward and says, "Hello, sister. May I be of some assistance in your tending your wounds?
Victoria lays there, not moving. Um, if you look at the wall behind her, you would see this large splatter of blood as if to show how forceful she was thrown against the wall. So no signs of acknowledgement from her as she's literally slumped against the wall with this dragged trail of blood behind her.
So Jezrin just notices that, then just whispers, "I'll take that as a yes."
The old 25 on the treat wounds there.
Ooh, that's a crit.
It is a critical.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible damage on a critical. 11 points.
Pretty good healing there.
Well. Alright. And we'll step over here and treat Hera.
Okay.
Assuming Hera has no issues.
She's one of those who's also laying on the ground, motionless.
Why does it say an Eric V?
Well, there's Jezrin for me.
Is it the token? Does he need a new token?
What's wrong with my token?
When you roll
There's Jezrin Ruxpina.
There we go. It just switched for me.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay.
Things are being weird on the forge tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, a little bit. Now, am I awake? Did you say?
Yes, you're awake.
All right, I'm gonna pull myself not up. I'm still kind of prone on my butt. I'm gonna lean my back against the pedestal here as he's doing this and moving over towards Hera. And I'm gonna pull out my healer's tools and make a medicine check on myself.
Okay, you can go right ahead.
And so that was 11 for 11 for Hera.
Got it. Thank you. At this point where you see the elf sort of trying to bandage his own wounds. Doesn't appear to be doing a good job of it.
So Jezrin moves over and takes a look at it and says, maybe just rest there for a bit longer, and I'll come back and I'll see if I can do anything with what you've done here.
And I'll look up at him and who
Her,
would you
actually.
Who would you be? Who are you?
My name is Jezrin. Friends and fellow soldiers call me Jess. Served with Braun. I was coming here to find him. He had heard he had been grouped up with a band of adventurers who were hoping to do some good here.
That sounds like us. So you know this Braun character?
Yes, I've served under him.
Huh.
Not
And
like that.
I'll go back to trying to patch myself up unsuccessfully, making a mental note.
It's at that point that Braun snaps awake. And Hera. Yeah, everybody's down right now. Holy crap.
So, Kyle, after 10 minutes, because I have the continual recovery feat, I can attempt to treat wounds again on somebody else. So it looks like the only two that really need it are Hera and Scalanis.
Prioritize Scalanis because Hera's sort of in shadow mode right now.
Ah, okay.
And I'm a little
Okay.
bit resistant at first. But I'll kind of pull away.
Okay. So Jester says, if this is something you want to handle yourself, I'll respect that.
I'm not sure I know you or trust you that much.
So she puts her hands up defensively and says, "Fair enough, but maybe you can ask some of your friends if I've done anything to them that would make them not trust me." But that's fine. I'll respect that. So that being the case, I will go and treat her.
As you're kneeling down, and Hera sits up, and she appears thankful in a deep, graspy orcish voice. Ah, thank you, thank you.
So Jesrin just shakes her head and is like, wasn't able to do much for you now. Why don't you sit there with that poultice on for a little bit longer? I'll come check on you again in about 10 minutes or so.
Now, rules question. I used a medicine check on myself, so I'm immune for an hour.
Yeah.
So even if he came over to try and do something, I don't think he could.
Well, no, because you did it to yourself.
Yep.
Yep.
Whereas he has the feat, and you both don't have the same feat.
Yep. Don't try that again, strange human. No. I'm continuing to sit there and try and wrap my wounds unsuccessfully, but, I don't care to be bothered by strangers, especially those associated with this Braun, who I don't really trust. So why should I
Braun will
trust
kneel
this
down
one?
in front of Victoria, sort of try to help her up.
Victoria's eyes would eventually flutter open and just look glazed over, like she's trying to get refamiliar from where she is. And first seeing Braun, she'll start to panic and actually try to resist him. As she was so slung hard against the wall, her memory is still rather hazy, so she's not really remembering where exactly she is, so she's kind of in flight or fight mode.
Come on now, little Rose, it's time to get up. Kalanis, how far is your wound?
I am fine. I've had a few scratches before, and these are nothing new to me.
Good to know.
I will be fine.
Jess, where in the blazes did you come from, gal?
So she just smiles and she says, from the place where reinforcements always come from. Like always, right?
Indeed. I thought I'd sent you on a long-range reconnaissance.
You did. Did you want to hear
Okay.
Did you want to hear what I have to say?
Am I gonna be happy or sad?
I don't know if I've ever seen you happy.
Fair point. Oh, what's this information that you have?
Is that something I'm gonna just so she reports whatever it is that he had sent her out to do. When we talk about the dark druid, I'm calling them the dark druids. That's not what you called them. What did you call them?
The Order of the Conquerors.
The Order of the Conquerors. So I give as much information as I can about where he sent me to go and their activities.
Probably right around this time as Justice coming up, Victoria, still having hazy and still kind of in now flight mode, is panicking, seeing these two people in front of her that it's not clicking to her that she knows who they are. And so right now she's just in panic mode, trying to get away from them. And then as she's looking around, she sees Scalanis, and even though she's still somewhat mended and still slightly injured, she's gonna try and move as quickly as she can to get behind Scalanus and use him like almost like a shield.
So they have attacked Ostbaranar. Not good. We shall have to reclaim it. Thank you for your scouting work. Excellent as always, Lieutenant.
I thought I might stick around.
I could use you.
So she just looks around and says, yes.
The Order has invaded these tunnels. They're raising the honored dead.
Druids raising the dead, sir.
Yep. Unfortunately. We should tend to the wounded, then press on.
Agreed.
Everybody can remove their prone and flat-footed conditions. I think everybody's up now.
Did Hera get any points back for medicine?
I
She
healed
only
her
got a
for 11.
13.
Oh, it was a failure.
Didn't meet the threshold on that one, unfortunately.
But if we wait another 10 minutes, I can try again.
Hmm.
I mean, we're going to be waiting an hour for Scalanus anyway, right?
Totally possible. So, you guys spend some time sort of recuperating after the battle, getting your wounds tended to, and letting your emotions return to themselves. You guys look around and you see along the walls of this rather large chamber, you see effigies of statues carved into the stone and the rock. Some in valiant and heroic poses. You all get a sense of hollowness, like it's this place is sacred ground. You know, these brave men and women fought and died for something bigger than themselves. Even you, Scalanus, get that feeling.
So while Jess is passing up Hera again for another 10, she asks the rest of the group, what is this place?
This is the tomb of fallen hero. Place where the honored and most venerated are laid to rest. Heroes in their own way.
Okay.
And these cultists that we happened upon, they were, has it been confirmed that they were members of this order?
They are indeed. As you look around and you look over the bodies, Scalanus, you can definitely see the insignia. They weren't trying to hide it.
No. So I wonder what they were doing here. And if I remember, I'm having a hard time remembering the last session. If you guys did a recap, I missed it. They had somebody tied here right where Hera was. A kid or something, wasn't it?
It was a civilian
Yeah.
right in front of you, Scalanus, and he is still screaming quite loudly.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Oh, jeez.
Forgot about that.
I'll medicine him.
Yeah, forget us.
Yeah, he is screaming and pleading for his life for the group to not hurt, to quote unquote, please don't hurt me, please don't do it, please, please, please.
Okay. So Justin will definitely try to. Has he already been hurt, or was he about to be sacrificed, something like that?
He looks like he has taken an absolute beating. Party wasn't exactly quick enough to mount a defense of the civilian on this exchange. he did suffer some wounds.
So that's a crit success on my medicine for him.
Nice.
Yes, indeed. Very good.
48. Nice.
Well, now he does not have a mark on him.
It's a miracle.
She's a healer.
Yeah.
I'd like everybody to give me blind perception checks, please, and shag ya. Oh, Fritz, would you like to re-roll that? Diz, would you like to re-roll that?
Yeah, I'll roll.
I would like to re-roll that.
I'll re-roll mine.
Hey, go right ahead.
I'll spend a hero point.
And remember that everybody starts with 2, but you guys still have 1 left.
Oh.
Oh, much better. Yours got worse.
Oh my god! I will blame
can't
that on
see.
her. I will blame that on her being absolutely panicked right now. I will blame that on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Quiet, Victoria, quiet. Calm yourself. There is things that we hear and sense. I think. Notice anything?
Right. Cravius is oblivious. Naturally so. He's trying to study the tombs and the sarcophagi. Hera is too busy laughing at Victoria's. She doesn't get that why Victoria's acting this way, being as she's been with the party this far. And it seems kind of comical to the half-orc. Galanus and Jess, you guys look around and you see a door directly south of you, but where that glowing light is. And it's open.
Was that door open before?
You don't know because you just got here.
Oh, right, true.
No. And you said it was open?
It was open.
Something watches us. I'll shoot
Perhaps someone.
my way down towards there, as far as you'll let me.
Okay.
Put my back against the wall. Do I see anything through the darkness? I don't have dark vision.
Give me a flat D20 roll.
Public or blind?
It can be public. Are you trying to open the door any further?
No, I'm just trying to peek as far as I can. Do I see any kind of movement? Do I hear anything from my current position against the wall?
I'm gonna need a reflex save from you, Fritz.
What did I do?
As you peer into this doorway or hallway. Oh my.
Can I re-roll that?
You may indeed.
I'm going to spend my last hero point to re-roll that. Screw it.
Very good.
Okay.
Take no damage. As this door flings open and you see coming out from it what looks like a huddled up group of civilians. They're chained, they're bound,
Oh,
they're in
jeez.
very, very ragged clothing, and they're absolutely pleading you not to sacrifice them.
What was the save for?
To not get hit by the door.
Okay, okay. It just bursts open on me.
Like you literally put your face in there and it just slams open.
Okay. Ah. I'll just back away and throw myself up against the wall where I am.
So he's
Is they-
just sort of peeling around the door.
Yeah, as they enter the chamber, I guess.
Victoria, would Victoria from her position see the group of civilians that Scalanis has come across?
Oh yeah, they are now inside the chamber with you.
Okay. Victoria, no, she's probably calmed down a little bit at this point, would make her way to Scalanis' side. And start trying to get the people to calm down. Trying to see what happened.
Give me a blind diplomacy check. Or public, rather, I should say.
Alrighty.
Now, are they just streaming into the room?
Yes.
Yeah. Keep myself.
Begging and pleading.
I'll keep
Very
myself.
loud. You don't
keep-
like it.
Keep myself pressed against the wall, avoiding them. I assume they're all human.
Mix of human, elf, and orc.
Okay.
As you, Victoria, sort of come over and try to diffuse the situation, trying to assure that, you know, nobody's going to be sacrificed. It doesn't seem to stick. They appear to be severely frightened still. It'll take you a little bit more time to calm them down.
Okay. Then, seeing how they are not really calming down, but possibly getting more alarmed, would turn in the direction of where she knows her other companions are, and she would give a shout to Braun, asking him to come over, since he appears to be probably one of the calmest of the group.
Braun walks over. Yes, Rose. Seems like we got quite a mixed bag on our hands now.
It appears that these people are completely frightened and they won't listen to a word I'm saying, so maybe you can talk to them, try and convince them that everything is okay.
Braun would offer her a gentle hug. And then you would hear a loud, very loud bellow from the man, calling for silence, as the civilians stand there sort of in awe, almost wetting themselves. As a matter of fact, Scalanis, you're pretty sure that somebody just wet their trousers. Braun will look back to Victoria. Say what you want to now, Rosie.
Victoria's gonna look at Braun and be like, "Why are you calling me that?" And then she's gonna look at the people in front of her and be like, "Okay, so what happened? Why are you all chained down here? And do you have any memory of how you even came down here to be?"
The response that you get is one en masse. All of them begin to sort of relay a very hectic series of events, how they were attacked and taken, ranging from simply being taken on the road to having their homes destroyed. It would seem to be that they're all pretty well terrified. Skalanos, give me a perception check. Wowza! Alright. You peer around this very loud mass of civilians, and you see this tunnel or corridor goes further down to the south, and you can see at the other end faintly what appears to be a light.
Do I sense any motion coming in that direction?
Nothing appears to be coming towards you at this particular point in time, but you do see a light. Rabius is over there studying the remains of the fallen. Hera's over there trying to disperse the civilians and get them to calm down. Jess, what are you trying to do?
Jess will speak with Braun about what we are supposed to do with all these civilians and people who would potentially have been sacrificed. If there's like, and she tries asking some of them, you know, do you have somewhere you can go now?
Give me a diplomacy check.
No.
As you as well, oddly enough, see Braun giving a hug to Victoria. Something you've never really seen Braun do that much of. And as you're pleading with them, you don't appear to be getting any headway. They're all sobbing. They're all bubbling and trying to find the words, but they're just too frightened at this particular point in time to give you any sort of straight answers. Braun would respond. He'd sort of pipe up. Say a prayer for the fallen, send the rest back to the Citadel. They can recover and then be on their way, if they so choose to do so.
Right, so she nods her head and then says, well, if they're going to be taken care of, what next? Do we head down this newly discovered corridor?
Yes. Skalanos, I'd like you to go with my scout. Scout the path for us. We will linger briefly to get these civilians out of the area, and then we'll join you.
As you say. And I'll keep my rapier out and dagger and peer through the portal into the darkness ahead. Now, what kind of light is this? Is it a torch or something that I see in the distance, or some kind of
It is
white
indeed a
light?
torch.
Yeah. And how far away?
Probably about 30 feet
Okay.
in front of you.
Okay, so it's kind of shining light in this chamber, or this corridor as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. I shall lead the way. Be careful, you never know. There might be traps. And I'll be just ahead of this new companion who's joined us. And head down the corridor.
Right. Des, what would you like to do in the meantime?
Sorry, did you say Jess?
I said Des.
Oh, sorry.
You have just seen this newcomer Jess and Skalanos scout ahead. You see Krabius and Hera coming over to help sort of guide the civilians out back to the entrance, or at least Hera at the very least.
Victoria would try and keep her eye on Skalanos. She wouldn't move to follow, but she'd just keep an eye on him, as she doesn't know this chess person. Just because she feels more of a kinship to Skalanos. And then, as soon as they both disappear out of sight, she's going to turn around and start inspecting the area, mainly around where the cultists were about to try and sacrifice a civilian.
Are you actually going over there to investigate the area?
She's gonna head over there and start looking around.
Okay. Give me a... Hang on a minute till this opens up here. Give me a blind occultism check, please.
Okay.
Wow. You examine this altar. It is a stone altar, probably 6 foot long, 4 foot wide. As you look closer, however, you are almost immediately sickened by the carvings that you see in Druidic. Profane, dark, violent. These are sigils of pure evil.
Victoria then would back away in sheer horrified before turning around and just starts losing her stomach because the sight is so sickening to her.
All right. Good Lana. Yeah. You guys down here.
Huh.
As you get to the end of this corridor, you see the hallway extends to your right. You can see some rubble up ahead. And a set of stairs leading down to the stone floor and another statue. All appears quiet. Too quiet. You think to yourself, Skalanas, as you slowly advance.
So we're right at the top of the steps.
Kyle, could I have a guitar with me, please?
Oh, yeah, sure, gotcha. Almost forgot about that little guy.
Thank you.
There he is. This particular area that you're standing in, Skalanas, it appears to be well lit. You can see particularly well. You don't sense anything. You don't find any traps along your route thus far. And it appears to be opening up into another corridor. And you can see more statues of the fallen and the sarcophaguses that are underneath them. And not all are human. You pass by the tomb of a fallen tiefling, the fallen orc, elves, numerous elves. This is hallowed for all people.
Justin makes a comment about how, we're walking amongst heroes. We should take a moment to pay respects as we go through.
I'd nod my head, paying particular interest to the elven tombs. I imagine they have some kind of symbols or something that designates them as such.
Elven writing.
Mm-hmm. Do I recognize any of the names, any of the words scrawled on these tombs? Anything stand out to me?
Nothing of any real note.
Just
They
random
seem
names.
like elven heroes that fell over the course of the centuries. Some, fell protecting cities. Some fell ending wars and such. But you do pass by one sarcophagus. And written in Elven, you do see an inscription. Elven, it says, "I fell with my friend. Fat dwarf couldn't drink."
Typical.
And it kind of makes you chuckle for a minute. But yes, you do arrive at the set of descending staircases. Do you proceed?
I don't
After
suppose it's been an hour.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if an hour goes by, I'm probably gonna prop myself against the wall and
We
pull
can
out.
say that an hour's gone by by the time you got done calming down the civilians and getting your own wounds tended to. Yeah, we can say that an hour's gone by. Not a
I'll,
problem.
I'll brace against the wall and pull out my healer's tools, and I don't know if
So before you do, Justin just politely asks if you want her to take a look at it.
I'll hesitatingly reveal my wounds. What do you think, human? Are you up to
So
the
Justin
task?
is actually a half elf. I don't know if that makes a difference to Scalamus.
As I said, what do you think, human?
So she rolls her eyes a little bit and she says, "Honestly, I think you made a mess of things the last time you took a look at it yourself. Will you allow me to take a look?"
And I'll let her. Do your
Look like
worst.
it.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'll hear a I'll hear a point there.
I'll never talk to you again.
Fritz takes his healing very seriously, ladies and gentlemen.
I do.
Yeah. Right click.
Ooh.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Critical.
Very good. 17 points back.
Let me see something. Are we doing this right? Because usually you double things. You don't roll twice as many dice. But I've been calling 48, haven't I?
Yeah, you've been calling 48.
What does it say? I'm just curious here. Mechanic-wise. Does it say double? Or 2d8? Or is you rolling 4? Either way, I'll take the result. But I'm just curious.
I mean, mathematically, it shouldn't make a difference.
The target regains 48 hit points. So it isn't doubled. Well, that's interesting. Okay, 17. Thank you. And I'll be quite impressed by that. You are good at this, aren't you, human?
Serving in the military, lots of practice.
I see. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. After 10 minutes or so, let me take a look at it again.
I will. And I'll stand up and breathe deep and look at the sight we see now. Where are these coffins? Are they right in front of us? Down at the bottom of these
They're along
steps?
the wall.
They're along the walls, okay. Like propped up?
Like carved into the stone.
Interesting.
Someone took great care to carve them just precisely.
All right. As I look at all these different little sarcophagus. Can I make a recall and see if I recognize anything besides names? Is there anything in particular? Like, do I don't know. What would I roll for that, Kyle?
You would roll.
Cult.
Roll a society.
Sounds about right. It's blind.
And you're trying to obtain more information.
Yeah. Anything that seems unusual about this, the way they're entombed, any kind of symbols outside of the words and names. Any organizations?
As you go sort of slowly walking among the remains of the fallen, the tombs, on this section, all seem to be pretty, standards, they're heroes in their own way, but nothing really jumps out at you. You see a few sigils for local, armies or local militias or local, but you do come across one at the precipice of the hallway. You see it turn left, and on that corner you see another elven tomb. This one seems a lot more ornate than the others. A lot more fine detail on the decorations. You see sigils. And you think to yourself, I remember this person. There was a tale. And you see the sigils and heraldry of Lastwell. This elf fought for something to do with Lastwell. You think to yourself, interesting. You do not get any names, unfortunately.
And he's fallen here. But he fought at Lastwall. No name.
No name. What would you like to do now, Fritz?
I'll look back towards the half-elf. What was your name again? It was Jesrin, I believe.
Yes, that's correct.
Come here and look at this. You seem to have elven descent in you. Look at this one particular coffin, the writing upon it. The symbology of Lastwall. Some hero. Do you recognize it? Who would that be?
Let's see. That was a society cop?
Yeah, society.
Hidden or open?
Hidden. As you look closely at the sarcophagus, you don't recognize the name. You just see the symbolry and the heraldry, but the name eludes you.
Okay. So I just look at the elf and I say, "I'm sorry. I don't know who this is."
Stand aside, elves. Let me take a look.
Gravius, where have you been?
I'd take care of something. I'm here now.
You are indeed. Come, look
I'm
at
getting
this.
some pause so you guys can move yourself around also.
Look at. Well, I don't know. I don't think Gravius is with me in the scout here. I was gonna say you look at it too, but I don't think you're down here.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Basically, they've
Figured.
went away to sort of scout ahead, Krabius.
Okay. I guess I'm catching up.
We've split the party. Again.
Again.
Uh-oh.
So
Never
do you want me to put you back, or you want to race after them?
good. I'll race after them.
Alanis, you hear the thundering sound of feet, not being very stealthy, as Kravius has joined you.
Where have you been?
I don't know. I turned around. You were gone.
Humans.
Elves.
Look at all these sarcophagi along the walls. They're different races. There's elves and humans alike, all across the walls. Some type of, perhaps, heroes. Look at this one in particular. Maybe you recognize the heraldry on this one, the symbols. Something to do with Last Wall, if I am correct. Can you make it out? Do you recognize anything?
I'll take a look.
Roll me a blind society, please, and thank you.
Diz, you know how to do it, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't see his character, so I really can't click on it.
I got it.
Okay.
As you, a student of the arcane and just a student in general, Kravius, you open your book and then you have several with you. You begin to comb through your knowledge, and you begin to sort of cross-reference. It's very investigationally of you, Skalanos, and then Jess. You two can see how meticulously he's sort of making charcoal figures. And before he does discover a name, written in Elven. Beautiful flowing script with the name Clara.
What do you see?
As I
Gravius.
look through my notes of my many studies that I've done, I do recognize a name here. Kalana. It's an elven name.
Kalara?
Kalara.
C-L-A-R-A?
Clara.
May have some significance.
Or not.
Or not.
Kyle could be making this all up off the top of his head. We don't know. It's good, though. I like it. Sorry.
No need to be sorry, Fritz. I'm just enjoying myself.
Yeah, you are. All right, so are we all caught up now? Where's Victoria and the others? Are they still behind?
They are still sort of behind it, investigating the other chamber. You could wait for them if you like.
Yeah, I say we don't go any further. Don't push ahead. Go
We're gonna
too
switch
far.
back over to Braun, Victoria, and Hera. Hera seems to be guiding the freed civilians after they've calmed down. She seems to be gathering them up to sort of escort them to safety. Victoria has just made a stomach-churning discovery of dark necromantic runes carved onto the offering table. Braun stands ready to rejoin the fight.
Victoria, after regaining her stance after kind of almost completely emptying out her stomach, would motion Braun over close to her, and would start pointing out the runes to both Braun and Hera about the dark meaning behind the runes and what each one stands for, and both will be able to see that she's fighting to like keep her stomach in place, but at the same time the sight is just so sickening to her that she can't stand it, but she's trying to explain it.
Hera flies into a rage as she hears Victoria speak, and she is going to strike the stone slab. The blade sort of dings off.
Ting.
Meanwhile, Braun seems a bit more reserved than Hera, but you can tell he is quite upset as well. Hera goes back to escorting the civilians out of the area. Hera has left the scene. So, Rachel number 1, if you're watching, you're now officially in shadow mode.
After Victoria would finish explaining everything to what is inscribed on the table and what each rune stands for in terms of the sacrificial altar that is in front of them, would just kind of like lean into Braun, just from not only losing her stomach, but also because realizing that she had fought against a druid that could have literally taken her life from her is just now dawning on her. So she's like trying to keep herself together, but at the same time she's leaning into him for support.
You require more healing.
No, I think it's best if we get away from here, because I don't know if there's any magic imbued into these things. I don't know if anybody further is down here waiting to use this table. Let's find the rest of the group and explain to them what we've discovered, because maybe one of them might know some kind of meaning behind this as well.
Indeed, bro. And Braun would sort of give her a gentle hug and then sort of linger for a moment before turning and marching off to rejoin the party. A few moments later, Galanas. Suddenly off to your right, you hear Braun's voice. What have you found? You find it oddly ominous that you didn't hear him coming.
So, we talk about the tomb we found. We ask if the name Clara means anything as far as the elven heroes go.
Not well versed in the elven army. But if she was laid to rest here, then she is sacred. You found anything else of note, Scalanas, Cravius, and Jess?
No. Lots of sarcophagi. What is this place, Braun? Who are all these fallen?
They were heroes in age long past. Some fought in wars, some fought on the political arena.
So this is a sacred place for you.
For all peoples. Think of something like a temple, but a lot more damp. And yes, it is sacred.
And what of this Order of the Conquered, these cultists? What could they be doing here? Why would they set foot in such a sacred place?
To defile it, to break the spirits of the Northern Army. seek only wanton death and destruction. Jess can attest to their brutality.
I can, but I'm also wondering, if you say they have the ability to raise the dead, there are a lot of very formidable dead that they could raise here.
Indeed.
Perhaps.
Ponder that for a moment. Why go through the trouble of attacking a town when you can raise an army here underground? Have complete privacy.
Okay, so it becomes more important then to find the rest of them that are down here.
Yes,
Shall we
must
proceed?
root them out. Alanis, Jess, lead on. Krabius. See if you can continue to look into your books. See if maybe one of these heroes perhaps found a way to stop them long ago. Hey, Krabius just bailed on us. Well done, Krabius. Well done. I'm teasing with you, my brother. I'm teasing. Yeah, but the game is unpaused. You guys can go ahead and make your moves where you want to go.
Before Scalanis moves on, Victoria would have gently reached out and like lightly pulled on his clothing and like try and pull him back, and be like, Scalanis, I think there's something else happening that we don't know about.
I get that feeling myself. What is on your
And-
mind, Victoria? What are you sensing?
She would start explaining to Scalanis what she had horrifyingly discovered with the sacrificial altar, explaining to what the runes were and everything, and he would just see this absolute look of disgust on her face, looking like she was trying to not lose her calmness again, but fighting the urge.
What exactly did you find?
I discovered these dark runes, very ominous, almost necromantic, like all scattered across the altar that we found the civilian on. And it drove Hera mad to where she actually tried to break the altar, but she couldn't. And Braun just, there's something about him that has changed since I told him about the discovery. So I don't know if they know more than what we do at this point.
You know I do not trust this Braun. He is, in fact, the father, or the son of, rather, of that bear we saw. I have my doubts about him. I do not trust him. You would be wise to be cautious around him. Watch yourself, Victoria. So, what you found back there was signs of necromantic magic and runes? Is that what I'm understanding?
From my understanding of what Kyle explained, it sounds like?
Not good.
So yeah, she let go of Scalanis's sleeve and let him go forward with Jess while she stays behind with Braun and Krabius.
And yeah, I'll step forward ahead of our new companion. Jessamine, watch your step, be careful. And I'll head up towards where it turns to the south and cautiously peer around it. I imagine the ranger's right behind me. What do we see?
You see another set of steps leading down, probably only 2 or 3 steps. Before it opens up into another long corridor-like room. Appears to be well lit, stone. You do see some rubble off to your left as you look down it. Aside of that, you don't really see anything at all.
Is it lit?
Yes,
Assume
yes it is. Don't see anything immediately that catches your eye.
I'll signal to the others to follow. Otherwise, I'll wait for them to join me. I kind of hunker down at the corner there. So when you guys are ready, you can join us. One more thing I want to ask you. Is there plenty of shadows to hide?
Yes, it is not exactly bright light. Like, it's just sort of light in the middle. The edges are actually kind of shadowy.
All right, I'll take advantage of that and use stealth. I'm going to try to hide as much as I can. I'll give you my stealth roll.
Okay.
So I'll be kind of apart from the party, but not too far away. I just want to take advantage of any cover or shadows.
Okay, so you want to hug the walls then.
Yeah, I'm using stealth for my
Typical rogue.
Yep.
I got you.
Exploration
That's exactly
activity.
what I figured you'd do.
Yeah, where are we here? Stealth, where is it? There it is. Blind. Fingers crossed. All right.
You meld into the shadows without much incident.
I do. No one can see me. Rapier and dagger at the ready.
And which way are you moving?
Uh,
Or right?
I guess I'm kind of... Well, they can't really see me. I don't know if they can see me. I'll leave that up to the ranger, Jesrin. I'll let him know. I will be sleeking in the shadows. Be careful of your step. I will be close by.
She nods her head and just says, "Happy trails."
Yeah, wherever you want to go, left to right is up to you.
I'm thinking right. Alright, so I'm gonna head down the steps.
As you descend to the bottom of this maybe 5-foot set of steps, you see nothing but rows and rows of more of the honored dead. But directly across from you, you see 2 sets of stairs rising up, I should say. What appears to be another chamber beneath, well, above and behind. It all seems quiet. Still. As intended.
Kyle, is that a door I see over here? Oops, sorry, I clicked it. I apologize. There, close it. I didn't see anything.
Oopsie.
I'm assuming that's the door then.
At the door.
By the sound effect. Okay. So I tell people what I see, including how there's on that rebel to the right there looks to be another small staircase heading down there, doesn't there? All right, so I call out to the others that it looks safe and that maybe they should join me.
You can do what you like.
Lead the way. I'm in the shadows. Who's behind Jesrin? What's our marching order, actually?
Yeah, no one's moving with me, so it's hard to know.
Got Jesserin in front. Who wants to go second?
I'm kind of off to the side in the shadows.
You're not a part of this exchange.
Yes.
I'll have Braun going behind you. Diz, do you want to be third or you want to be last?
Probably last.
will be in the middle then.
Mm-hmm.
Fritz is off to the shadows. So, Fritz, which way are you going? Right or left?
I'm following them, whichever way they're going. I'm not going to be far. I think I would be. Which way were you going, Jesrin?
I think
Was
maybe
going
we'll.
left.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll check out that door.
Yeah, I'll be over on that side. I'll be hugging the wall
Okay.
to the north.
So Jess has her short bow ready, and she asks her boss if he's willing to open the door.
Braun's already moving into position. He's just waiting on everybody else to make their moves.
All right, Kyle. Katar seems to have flown off the map.
Yeah. Something happened. He kicked off the map. Like he just went, yeet, boys!
Yeah, exactly.
That's okay. You could assume he's on your shoulder. Don't worry about it.
Waiting on Miss Victoria.
If you want to use one of those party tokens, Kyle, you can. I think it's in there. Your actors. And we'll just write down the
but for
marching
what's
order.
about to happen.
Okay. Enough said.
All right, is everybody ready?
Yep.
In that case, I'm back here.
Alright. And at Jess's signal, once everybody's sort of formed up, Braun will open the door.
Okay, nothing comes charging out.
Stunned silence fills the corridor. The door is open quite quickly. You, Jess, can see down the corridor. It looks like there's a section of doors off to the left and right, and then another section of doors below that.
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit more involved in terms of exploration than our other option. So I put it to the rest of the group. Do we want to go more center, where we saw the stairs leading down to that other section, or do we want to go opening doors throughout this area? What do the rest of you think?
Braun just stands ready, waiting to hear the rest of the group.
May I do a perception check to see if I can hear anything other than normal?
Sure.
Public or blind?
Blind.
Okay.
As you apply your hearing and your senses stretch out, you hear nothing but silence.
Just out of natural instinct, she's just gonna let her element of lightning consumer and just let herself be lit up with lightning just in case something happens.
All right, so you're lighting it up.
She's lighting it up.
What is that? That's some kind of spell? What is that?
Just her getting into her element.
Alright, as this happens, I'm coming out of shadow mode. And gonna rush up next to Braun or whoever's at the lead there, looking down this corridor.
Braun will sort of look and sort of give you a little pat on the shoulder. I'll be right beside you.
I'm not sure that's a good thing. But noted. Perhaps I should advance forward and see what lies ahead.
Indeed.
And I'll step forward into this corridor ahead of the Jessrin. And I'm no longer stealthing at this point. Cautiously moving down here, weapons drawn, moving towards the first door on my right. Do I notice anything? Do I hear anything? I'll get to about this position here. I'll listen carefully.
All right, give me a blind perception check. Here's something shuffle.
The western door, I'm thinking?
The western door.
Okay.
You hear something faintly shuffle.
And it looks like the corridor turns to the east down there. Is that correct? Let me zoom in. Is that tables down there?
Yes, you can see a small little 2-foot around wooden table, a couple little benches brought up.
All right, as I notice this, I'll grab the latch and crack the door slowly open. The door to
The door slowly open. Are you stepping inside?
I'm looking. I'm not stepping in.
As you're looking. As you creak the door open, something comes flying out at you. Bat flies over your shoulder and makes its escape. It does give you quite the fright.
Yes, I duck down briefly. Kinda surprised by it all. And who has our light source? Because I can't see in complete darkness. I'm assuming this room is lit, or probably not. With the bat coming out? I don't know.
Corridors are dimly lit, so we can say that some light shines in there for enough for you to see.
Okay, which is bright light for me. Elven eyes. So what do I see? It looks like a bed, perhaps? Some type of sleeping quarters, perhaps.
You see a simple wooden bed off in front of you, and as you peer inside and you look to the right and left, you see a small little dresser off to the right. That's exactly correct. It appears to be some sort of sleeping quarters.
What would a sleeping quarters be down here in a tomb? Caretakers.
That's a really good question.
Caretakers, I imagine? We must be getting into a different zone here. Caretakers. Does it look like it's been used recently? Is it upkept, or is this old and dank and covered in dust?
It is old and dank, and the cobwebs are extremely thick.
Yep, not stepping in there.
You see quite a few spiders go scurrying across the mattress.
Yep, slamming the door. No. Yeah. What would this place be, Braun? Is some type of sleeping quarters? Who would be dwelling down here in these tombs? I'll say to him.
Place of honored dead, not... Why would these be even here? I would imagine the stone workers would not spend the night in such a place. Braun seems just as stumped as you are, Fritz.
What do you think, Jesvin? I assume you're right there as well.
Yep. She says, I assume it's possible that they would have had to have someone ready to do the upkeep. This place is huge. On the other hand, well, no, it was empty. And obviously hadn't been used in a great long time. What about the door that's next to you? Try that one.
Right across from me. I'll listen carefully for a brief moment.
You hear nothing. Nothing but silence coming from that door.
I'll peer inside. Creak. Yep, there it is.
The door creaks open, revealing much the same,
Another sleeping chamber.
except for no bat. But the spiders are considerably more bigger over here.
We'll shut the door. I'm not going to mess around with spiders. Same thing with the other one. If anyone looks in there, feel free, but I'm definitely distracted after looking in these rooms. I'm more distracted and curious about what lies further south. I do see a table and chairs. I don't say anything. Perhaps Braun sees this. I don't know. But I'm going to start stepping quickly and lightly down to that corner and peer around it.
Go ahead.
As you peer around, you see the end of this chamber. You see that the wall has been sort of cut out and hollowed out, and this is where it turns. You see, like I said, small little table, 3 chairs, nothing really of any note in this particular area.
I'll wait for the others
It is
to.
odd.
I'll wait for the others to arrive.
But you do find it odd that this place, such a place would exist. In a place like this.
So this table and chairs now that you found, is this also covered with cobwebs, or is this now we're looking at something that's being used more recently?
This table appears to be clean.
Interesting.
A speck of dust on it.
Ah. I say we check these other doors before we check the doors in this chamber. Perhaps something lies behind us. And I'm talking about these doors right here in front of you. Jesrin, we should peer inside and see what lies there first.
All right.
So I'm going to hide at the corner. I'll let them do the check, and I'm going to hide at the corner, and I'll let the others examine those doors there in this other rooms. I'll make another.
Okay.
I'll make another stealth because I'm going into shadow mode.
Okay. And after Fritz's stealth roll, we're going to take a good 5-10 minute break.
All right.
Would you like to hero point that, Fritz?
I don't have any, so
Can I sacrifice one of my hero
No.
points to him?
no, you can't do that.
Damn.
Be nice, but no.
Right. Yes, but we're going to take a 5-10 minute break. You all go do what you need to do, and we'll pick it back up here in just a moment.
Okay, great.
Awesome. Okay, folks, we're going to intermission. We'll be right back with more of this craziness. Stay tuned. All right, and we're back again. Part 2 to Session 5 tonight, The Wild Beyond. Hall of the Heroes. Hall of the Fallen. I think that's the subtitle we got tonight. And yeah, all right, Kyle, pick up. Let's see what's ahead of us tonight.
Right. Yes, you have adventured in and sort of followed down this little corridor. Fritz Scalanis has made the discovery of what appears to be sleeping quarters down here. Why are there sleeping quarters down here?
I'm in stealth mode.
I believe we were about to pick up with Jess opening a door.
That one to the west of the companion token.
Right.
Open it up, and what do we see? Look, it looks like another sleeping quarters. Is it?
It is very much the same.
Is very much the same. All right, and for completion's sake, the one to the east.
That's when we get attacked.
So the east is very much the same as the other three.
Okay. So all these sleeping quarters appear to be unused. This sort of meeting area that is being used. That has no look of
It doesn't
dust
show
and
sign
cobwebs.
of the time being effective to it.
Right. Let's say this last remaining door down east corner.
It's yet another sleeping hall.
Okay.
I'm shutting the
This
doors.
one will take a listen to that door to the east, moving away from the.
Well, while they're
I'm
doing
gonna
that,
call this the kitchen area.
while they're looking at that one door where the token is, I'll slide over cautiously, still using stealth, and I'm going to listen at that door going to the east.
Give me blind perceptions from both of you.
Got to open my character sheet. I forgot about that. Oh no. One second, Kyle.
On front.
Blind. What do I hear?
Scalanis, something is off with your hearing tonight as you don't hear anything coming from the door beyond.
Nothing lies beyond.
However, Jezrin, whenever you take a listen, you hear the same thing. The sound of silence.
So she just nods at Scalanis and says, "Safe to open then, I suppose."
Well, you can't see me. What's your perception
Can't.
DC?
How do you know you beat my passive perception?
I don't know what my stealth is. Only Kyle knows. Does he see me, Kyle? Compare my stealth roll to his perception DC. Is it higher?
Very.
Does he see me? I'm probably seeable. I'm right at the door.
Yeah.
No, he,
All right.
he doesn't see you from the
Shadows.
stealth versus perception DC, but
If I come
Right,
out of the
let's-
shadows and I'm in the light, then it's obvious. It's all right.
Do we want to open this?
Yeah, I'll crack that open.
door creaks open.
Ooh.
And inside, you see a small little library. 4 rows of 4 rows on each wall, including the back, house scrolls and books. Time has not been well. The dust lies thick, almost an inch thick of dust on these shelves. A small singular stool sits off to one wall. And that is all you see. Victoria, as you're in the rear, is there anything you're doing?
Going back to when she did perception, she's going to try and do perception again. Instead of doing it by hearing, she's going to attempt to let her elements reach out. Like she's trying to feel if there's anything different about the stones, the air, anything that could give off a different sensation than what they are feeling right now.
Okay. Ring as your senses fan out. Nothing appears to be different as far as the air is concerned. However, you do get the sense that this particular area, these quote-unquote sleeping quarters, seem to be newer than the rest of the ruins that you've seen so far.
With that, she's going to go into one of the rooms and start looking around to see if she can find anything.
Just as described earlier, you see a simple bed, spiders crawling all over it, thick cobwebs, and a single miniature dresser off to one side.
Okay, use the spiders. She's gonna have her gaze immediately drawn to one of the spiders, and she's gonna wander over to one of them and see if she can try and hold one up. Like, not in a very threatening way, but more in a way of like she's trying to make sure they're okay, like there's nothing, like none of their legs are broken or anything like that.
They seem like they're in perfect health and condition. Just a small little spider. It covers the entire palm of your hand.
That's not small.
Small for my games. And yeah, it seems to be a perfect specimen. And all natural.
She's going to keep the little spider and just move around with it, like kind of perched on her shoulder. Just to move around, just to look around with everybody.
Spider whispers in your ear. No, it really doesn't.
That would have been amazing if it actually did speak to her.
Yeah, you should have carried on with that one.
Shut up!
Go on.
But yeah, she's gonna keep the spider on her shoulder, keep it calm, and just rejoin everybody.
Okay. Brett, you stand at the precipice of this small little library. Do you enter?
I pause and I look back towards the group who are across from me in the room, and I see if I can catch the attention of Cravius. Making myself known, I'll call to him. Cravius, perhaps there is something of interest to you in here beyond. You have the powers of magic.
Yes, I do.
Perhaps you can
Kravius struts up to you.
perhaps you can detect something, or the presence of thereof here. Look inside. Tell me what you see. I don't step foot into the room, though. Unless he wants to go in. If he does agree to, I will go in with him and keep my senses
as
about
soon as
me.
Kravius sees the library, he bolts, blowing past both of you.
Wait, don't rush ahead, you fool. Let me check for traps, essentially. I don't want him to spring something. I do have Trap Finder.
Yes, you do, and nothing has pinged for you. You're pretty sure that you're somewhat safe.
All right. I'll kind of move along with him as he goes through the shelves and looks at all these scrolls. I'll move along with him, just ahead of him, just in case.
The first thing that Kravius does is he wipes all the dust off the 4 shelves. He creates quite the dust cloud in there. It's kind of hard to see for a moment. Dust spills out. Even you, Miss Victoria, can see quite a decent-sized dust cloud coming from the room.
She's gonna immediately start coughing her lungs out.
I can see Kravius ripping through all the scrolls, making a mess.
Just give me a blind perception.
Blind perception?
Thank you, appreciate it. But yes, Kravius does begin to pull scrolls off and then sort of examine his case studies. He seems just like a kid in Christmas. He seems very pleased. Jess, what are you doing while this epic dust cloud and coughs and fits of dry mouth plague the party?
I'm gonna keep an eye on the back end of the corridor to make sure nothing's sneaking up on us through that, the hallway where all the bedchamber doors is. So I have my bow and arrow ready, just in case anything tries to come up from behind.
Give me a blind perception check. You hear something. Very, very faint. Sounded like a small ding. Almost like metal against stone. Very faint.
My new friends, we're not alone down here.
Kravius doesn't care. He's knee deep in scrolls. He's stuffing them into his backpack.
Okay, well, I keep an eye out. And I just mutter under my breath that I hope Kravius can do this with some measure of quiet.
He is not being quiet at the moment. Yes, Miss Victoria.
I was just gonna say, Victoria picks the spider off her shoulder, looking at it in amazement, and she goes, "Did you just talk to me?"
Spider looks at you dumbfounded.
Not this again.
Victoria looks around as if she's like, am I the only one hearing this? And then she looks back at the spider and she goes, "How long have you been down here?"
So the rest of the group, it looks like Victoria is trying to have a conversation with a spider that seems to be going one way, because you can only hear her voice. You don't know if it's insanity, or she might be onto something. As you, Miss Jess, hear another faint ding of metal against stone.
Is it getting closer?
Sounds a little closer.
All right, I pass that information off to the others, and I say, something's approaching this way.
What does everybody do with that newfound information?
Uh, Victoria would have looked over at Jess and go, "What did you say?"
Something's coming this way. I can hear metal on stone approaching.
I'll immediately rush out of the door towards where he was standing, or she was standing, up at that corner. And, shh, everyone, quiet. And I'll peer around the corner, looking up that corridor where the doorway was, where we first entered, watching and listening. Do I hear it?
You don't see anything from around the corner, but you do hear a faint, it appears to be off to your right, and a ways away. But you do hear a faint ding.
And it's coming beyond that door up there, right?
Correct.
Something was following us. Ding. I wonder what that would be. We should be mindful, my friends. We should have shut that door, in fact.
Travis steps out, his backpack brimming with all these scrolls and books. Alright, let's go.
Shh, quiet, you fool. Now, there's nothing down here. We checked all these rooms.
If there is something coming, I'm not sure we want to fight it in this corridor. Right? I think we're done here in this section anyway. You guys want to haul up to the bigger area? Or do you want to just, do you just want to scout ahead, Scalanis, and see what it is?
I
And
definitely
if we have to, we can hide inside these various bedrooms.
I think we should head back up that corridor up to the north. There's nothing down here. Unless we missed a door. Perhaps we can give this a once-over? Maybe there's a secret portal we might have missed in this chamber with the table? Do we want to take
Anybody who
time
wants
doing
to
that?
can give me a blind perception.
Do we want to do that? Or do we want to just head up the corridor?
Hearing Skalana say that, she would immediately start talking to her spider friend. Do you know of anything shiny or bright happening down here?
Tiny, yes.
And as I
Do
hear
you
the...
know?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Finish.
Victoria would be like, do you know where? Do you know of any location that we don't know about?
Unsure. Hasn't left colony. Mattress is whole.
Victoria immediately starts waving like crazy at Skalana's motioning close.
I kind of look over at her. What words are you whispering to yourself? Maiden, what are you saying?
She motions to the little spider in her hand. She goes, "There's something down here. There's something shiny down here."
Where? Where do you... I see nothing.
She starts talking to the spider again, looking crazy. Where? Do you know where the shiny might be?
It's at this point that I notice she's actually talking to a arachnid on her shoulder, and I kind of pull back slightly with my weapons close at hand, not like gonna attack her, but I just tighten them a little bit. Like, what is going on? Is it speaking to you?
She looks at Skelonis, and she looks at the creature, and then she points, and then she looks at Skelonis, pointing at the creature, and she goes, "I can,
I'm following it on the. Yeah.
I can hear this I can hear the spider. It's talking to me."
You must calm yourself. Perhaps it is. You do have some magic about you. Perhaps you are hearing something. But I hear nothing. And what does it say to you? There is something here.
She looks.
Shiny out there.
Something.
You see this? The spider is looking up the corridor back the way you came.
Ah. Of course, I don't know this.
She immediately points out towards the corridor, and she's like, the spider's saying there's something out that corridor, out in the hallway. There's something out there." I'm pretty sure at this point everybody around her is probably thinking Victoria's completely lost her mind.
Well, since we were just discussing tactics of this situation, I think Scalanis would be like, "Ooh, okay, we better get out of here then. And come, everyone, let's head up the corridor and out of here. We do not want to get trapped in here. It's too close quarters."
Braun pipes up, "Yes, and spread out. Let's see what's making this noise." And then he looks to Victoria talking to the spider, and he sort of tilts his head and raises a brow and just, yeah. He shook his head once and begins to head for the corridor.
She just has this wide grin on her face and just looking like she discovered a new species or something.
We'll head up the northern doorway. Kyle. I'm close to the front, if not in the front. In our marching order.
Got it.
Jess would be in the middle or the back because she's more of a distance fighter.
Alright, so I've got Fred's in front, Braun, who wants to be next?
Should be our magus, no?
Yeah, no, big Cravius, and then who wants to be after Cravius?
Jess can go after Kravis unless Victoria wants to.
Victoria would be in the back, probably distracted talking to the spider, trying to get more information.
Got it.
You do know you're very vulnerable being in the back. You know that, right?
Oh, she knows.
She knows. Okay.
She's too enraptured talking to the spider right now.
You are.
As you descend and rejoin the hallway, all is empty. There's nothing there, but you do all hear a faint sound of metal on rock. Ding. Off to the right.
Off to the right of where we are now?
Yeah, back across
Okay.
the corridor.
Okay. Okay, so do we head down those main set of steps, or do you want to check out the rubble blocking that smaller staircase all the way to the far east?
Well,
You know what? Let's move to the midway point at least and see if there's anything there.
is that a wall? Or is that, can we look over that into the chamber? Like from this position right here? Is that a wall?
No, the stairs go up. So that's
Oh,
about,
they go up.
that's about a 10-foot tall little subwall there.
Oh, so these stairs go up.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It looked like they were heading down.
Mm-hmm. We'll head up to the steps and peer up the first set there. What do we see from the bottom looking up?
As you approach the first set of stairs, you look up, and the stairs extend about 10 feet up, and it flattens out onto a flat pad. You see nothing. No coffins, no decorations, no nothing. The walls here are plain, bare. One might even say empty. However, Diz,
Yes?
can you please give me a perception check?
Blind or public?
Blind.
Coming right up.
Oh, so she's not gonna see it coming.
Ah, shit.
As you're speaking. Oh, the irony. As you're speaking to your pet, and everyone can hear this, see this. You hear Victoria asking questions of this small little creature. Before you all hear the creature let out a loud hiss. As you then hear rock begin to crumble. The sound of metal dragging against the stone floor pierces your ears. As you look in front of you, a sarcophagus opens. And something steps out. Let me know if everybody can see these creatures.
I can see them.
Yep.
However, Diz, we're not concluded with you.
Oh dear.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Does an armor class of 24 hit you?
Yes!
Your little spider friend bites down on your thumb,
Oh, wow.
injecting you with venom.
Oh, wow.
Fritz, I'm gonna need one of your status cards.
Which one?
Look up the condition for stupefied.
Stupefied. You are stupefied. You take a status penalty equal to the value on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma-based checks and DCs, such as will saves, spell attack rolls, spell DCs, and skill checks that use these ability scores. It's your wisdom and charisma stuff. Not good for a druid. Anytime you attempt to cast a spell while stupefied, the spell is disrupted. In other words, you lose the slot. Unless you succeed at a flat check with a DC equal to 5 or greater, your stupefied value. So 5 plus your stupefied value.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but stupefied does not have a stacking value, so it can't be stupefied 2 or stupefied 1.
Yes, it can.
It can be.
Has a
I
value,
believe so,
yes.
Alright, Diz, you are stupefied 2.
Ouch.
The spider leaps off your shoulder and hides somewhere else. Now,
Wow.
it is time, my friend.
Fuck.
So much for animism. Next time, flatten it.
And it just crippled your druid.
So
Now,
on your
I'd like
on your
everybody to roll initiative. Yes, Fritz.
on your token, you could mark yourself as stupefied. Victoria. Stupefied 2. And that'll apply the penalty on your rolls without you doing it. And that lasts until you make this roll.
Yes, I'd like everybody to roll their initiative.
Actually, I don't know how long it lasts.
Is it like Frightened where it just goes down by 1 at the end of every turn?
It doesn't say that.
Negative.
Just every time you try to cast a spell, you got to pass a DC 5 plus the stupefied value, which is 2. So that'll apply until Kyle says otherwise. Yeah, you're poisoned, I guess. Interesting.
So I'd like everybody to roll initiative. You are under attack.
Yeah, I would hear Victoria shriek as she's bit, and then she just starts acting really, really weird.
I guess I'm using perception on this one.
Or
I'm gonna re-roll that.
I wasn't using stealth, so perception.
you got a 20, Diz.
Uh.
I was going to say, Fritz, you were scouting ahead, weren't you?
No, I didn't really do that. I rushed forward.
Okay.
So perception.
Gonna let you roll for stealth.
That's okay. I wasn't being too sneaky about it.
Braun draws his sword and shield. Form up. These creatures will defile this place no longer.
Victoria's just acting goofy.
He thinks that's kind of normal now.
In a sickened way.
He doesn't think that's normal now.
That's a big old statue there to the north, isn't it?
It is. Right. Is everybody ready?
Yep.
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 Everybody got their boots on?
Yep.
We don't use lube here. And here we go. Skalanis, you're up first, my friend. You see these fallen heroes being raised. They stand and begin to slowly march towards you. Still clad in their formal attire that they were laid to rest in, with jagged steel weapons. They're impeding your ability to move. They have been risen. What do you do?
Caught without my stealth. My weapons are out at my sides, in my hands. So I see these 3 skeleton-like creatures in front of me.
Right.
About 25 feet away. That statue. Is there any way to get around? Like, are those steps? Do I have right here? Is that a set of steps as well? I have to go up those steps, don't I?
That is a set of steps. Yes.
Is there any type of shadows or cover that I could take quickly in one move to get close to that statue and hide effectively? Is that a possibility?
Well, you could make for the corner and
Yeah.
be sort of meld into the shadows there and hide from sight.
All right, I'd like to do that. They'll see where I'm going, I would imagine, but they won't see me, hopefully. So, Scalanis is going to rush up towards these steps. Unpause. Thanks. I'm going to hustle up there and... I don't know if I have to dive for cover properly because the position itself kind of hides me, but I will hide at this point.
Go ahead and give me your stealth check.
Blind, here it comes. And I think I'm going to end up losing an action here because of that. I don't think there's anything else I could do.
You believe yourself to be hidden pretty well.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm done. I'm gonna hide in the shadows. My
We'll go to
friends
Braun,
cannot see
then.
me.
Gonna do here. Yeah, Braun's just gonna move up and sort of get into the fray. Launch an attack at the first one. It'll be a painful miss. Second one was even better. He's done. Okay. Miss Victoria, you're up.
As she's feeling the pulse of the venom in her veins, she's going to go up the flight of stairs that's to the southeast of her and move about 30 feet.
Okay.
Going to duck down using the top part of it for cover, and then she's going to try and attempt to push the venom out of her veins.
Okay. Give me a will save. No, not good enough. You make no progress. Anything else you'd like to do?
May I be allowed to try again?
Yeah.
Okay.
You start the process. Reduce your stupefied condition by 1.
So she's not stupefied 1.
Yep.
Okay, and that'll be end of my turn.
Promise. Gravius only has a movement speed of 25 feet. Gravius will just move up. Alright, Jezrin. It is your turn. You've seen Fritz disappear. You've seen Victoria meld away as well. You see Kravius and Braun rushing forward into the fray. So you're gonna hunt prey that one, okay. Okay. That is a hit, not critical.
You have to manually add that to his hit roll? The bonus? I think you have to add that. +2.
Sorry, were you talking to me, Fritz?
I
I
don't
just
know.
realized I was on mute the whole time.
Do you get a bonus to hit with that or no? Hunt prey.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
Nope.
Just flat old range there.
Yeah. So I still have one action left.
Correct.
So, you know what? I'll fire again. What the heck? On the same one that was my hunt prey. So it's a miss too. All right. And a turn.
So he steps forward and she launches these arrows. All of which miss, right?
All
I think
but
one hit.
Ah. Quite impressive. I take notice from the shadows. Must be the elven blood.
The enemy's turn. The one that you struck, Miss Jezrin. It looks at you intently. Bright purple glowing eyes. It hisses. It begins to march towards you, but Kravius is in its way. Slings a long sword. What is Kravius' armor class? That will hit. Kravius is going to take 12 points of slashing damage. This creature, intent to get to the ranger, has to first get through the magus, slashing, slicing. And it's going to try to hit him again. Will miss. This one attacks Braun twice, misses. Skeleton in the rear does have a bow. What's your armor class, Jess?
20.
We're stricken. You're going to take 8 points of piercing damage. An arrow strikes into your shoulder. The skeleton looks pleased. It hasn't fired a bow in many months. Years, I should say.
Decades.
Who's next? Is it Scolanus?
No, it's named at you, Jeff.
I'm next after the Skillies.
This guy's last action. Like I said, it's gonna hit you. That arrow goes sailing wide. Close, but not good enough. Go on, it's your turn. You see Kravius engaged, Braun engaged. You can't see Victoria. You see Desrin take a vicious strike to the shoulder. And a skeleton cackling, almost manically laughing.
Kravius hasn't been struck so far, right?
No, he has been struck.
He has. Hmm. 20, 25. I'm judging my distance. I'm a very particular and precise elf. I'm gonna lunge from the shadows to this position here. Deftly with my rapier, I strike behind me at this now flat-footed skeleton that lies between Kravius and myself. I'm gonna back swing at this creature. Let me make this public.
Okay. Very much like an acrobatist. You would see Scolanus sort of almost cartwheel into position very nimbly. And we'll score a hit.
Normal?
Normal, no damage.
And as the blade comes behind me, as I'm looking forward, without even looking at my target, a series of blows pierce at the bones of this creature, and you hear a hum come from my blade as it swings left and right and pierces this creature. There is in fact a glow that slightly can be seen by Kravius. 10 points. Perhaps a few bones
Now,
have
does
been
that
knocking
include your
free.
sneak attack?
That does not. I forgot about that. That's an extra D6. Let me roll that. I forgot to hit that button, but here it is. So 15 in all. Okay, it's enabled. Now all these creatures remain flat-footed to me for the rest of my turn, correct? It's not just
They
that
do
one.
indeed.
Yeah, thought so. All right. And while I do that,
Skeleton hisses as if it's struck. It leans over its shoulder.
I'm going to spend another action. I don't think I have to make any acrobatics check to get through here. You tell me if I do. Do I? Or no, I'm not moving
You
through.
can take a step.
All right. I don't want to take a step. I want to move.
Yeah, but you can step through there because
All right.
Braun is there.
I am striding, I should say. Then I'm going to move all the way up behind this pillar out of sight. So I'm not using a hide. I'm just using the natural terrain to become hidden. And I'm done.
Right. Braun. No. But Braun takes a swing and misses. As mists surround Braun, he raises his sword high. Jesrin, you know what this is. You've seen Braun do this on multiple occasions as he lets out a loud battle cry. Everyone feels inspired, invigorated, ready to fight. Everybody will have a +2 circumstance bonus to damage until the start of my next turn. So just make a note of that.
Nice.
Oh, that's that banner thing you're doing.
Miss Victoria, you hear this loud, deafening war cry. You feel yourself inspired to fight. What do you do?
Pressing herself back against the cover behind her. She's going to just put everything she has behind trying to push the last of the venom out of her veins. She's covered in sweat. She feels of what the effects could be if she doesn't get this out of her system, so she's just doing everything she can to get rid of the venom.
Okay. Give me another will save, please. Make this one private.
Son of a bitch.
All right, just re-roll it.
Okay.
Would you like to use a hero point?
I'll spend the last hero point that I have.
Okay, you may do so. Fortunately, the same result.
And that was 2 attempts.
That's a fail.
Going to sacrifice my movement to do one more try.
Okay, give me another blind will save. I don't think you have any more hero points, do you?
Nope.
It's not a critical failure. It is a failure. So, unaffected.
She's gonna look over at Scanlana's, just sweat coming off of her, just like trying to do everything she can to get this out of her system. And then she's just gonna lean back against the wall, closing her eyes, and just try and fight through again as the battle's going on behind her. So that will be the end of it for me.
Alright, and what do you want Kravius to do?
See what he can do. He, seeing the creature in front of him, is going to attempt to do a let's see. Hopefully he has enough for this. Is going to attempt to do Thunder Strike.
Okay, put that in the chat for me.
Okay, actually, Says he doesn't have enough. Okay, can't do that.
He's a sorcerer, right?
Yeah,
Oh, he's a
looking.
magus.
The Magus. Yep.
Ah,
Okay, instead of doing Thunder Strike, he's going to do Electric Arc.
magus.
That's part of the spell trick or just the normal spell?
Normal.
Okay. Go ahead and put that in the chat there for me.
That was meant to be made public.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage. Suddenly, Kravius extends a hand as lightning dances across his fingertips and into the skeleton. Its metal armor sizzles and jumps and bucks violently as it explodes into pieces. One skeleton has fallen.
Now, if I'm reading the spell correctly, it says it can jump to 2 and has a range of 30 feet. If I'm reading this spell correctly.
An arc of lightning leaps from one target to another. You do electricity damage equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability mod.
You just have to be able to see him. So if you can see him, you can
Do
target
what,
him.
Fritz?
If you can see him, you can target him. The second target.
It says targets 1 or 2 creatures.
Yeah. She's targeting 2, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you can see the other one as well, you can target him. And within 30 feet of you.
Okay. So target which one would you like to target this?
This one straight ahead of him.
D4 plus 3. 2d4? Yeah. 2d4 plus 3. Nice.
That failed as well. I believe that was only 2 actions. You still have 1 left.
Now this was just a spell he cast, right? It wasn't the spell
Mhm.
strike.
No,
It's just a spell.
it's just a spell.
Cool. So Magus is like a spellcaster, and he can also do that spell strike thing.
Yep,
That's pretty cool.
Kind of, the true Eldritch Knight of Pathfinder from what I'm seeing.
Maybe maneuver to get behind one of the other skeleton guards. It frees up line of fire for me and sets up flanking for Skalanis when he comes out.
Says Jeswin, far to the rear, who's taken some wounds. Get out of the way!
Kravius then will. What is his movement speed?
25.
He will then move. Move himself right there. And that will be it for him.
Alright. Jezrin. You've just seen this Magus utterly eviscerate one of these skeletal minions.
Sorry, I was on mute. I said I was
Yeah,
going to
you are.
declare the badly injured skeleton guard as my new prey. Do you want me to put that in the chat, Kyle, or was from before good enough?
Yeah, just put it in the chat for me again.
Okay, no problem.
Ooh, pretty.
So for my second action, I'll do hunted shot on it.
Alrighty, go ahead and give it a go.
It's awful.
Ouch.
Oh, I have a hero point. I'm gonna
re-roll
re-roll
that 11?
that 11. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Nice. Nice.
All right. So does the 23 hit?
23 roll miss.
Awesome.
Barely.
All right. I have 1 action left. Not doing very well here.
It's all the dice.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna move here to take cover. And a turn.
Does it
Sorry, guys.
Kyle, does it automatically take away your ammo when you shoot with that? Once you link the ammo to the weapon and you shoot
Yeah,
with it?
it should take away the ammo automatically.
That is cool.
Skeletons are up.
Is it me?
Is the skeletons. Ooh! Des, what's Kravius's armor class?
One sec. 20.
That is a critical hit.
Ah, shit.
Travis is going to take 21 points of slashing damage. That is vicious. And the other two miss. Golanus, you're up. You hear the sickening sound of metal against skin as Kravius screams in pain as he is impaled by this creature.
I noticed Victoria. I believe there's light up here, correct? Can I see her? Or no? Is this completely dark to us up here? Because I don't know she's up here, I don't think. Do I see her?
Are you trying to hide yourself, Victoria?
She was trying to hide from the enemy down below.
Yeah, so you'd see her.
If Scalana sees her, he just sees her as completely covered in sweat, just looking like hell.
So if I can see her, if I notice she's in dire need, because I don't know if there's any light in here. I think it's all black, but I can't see her otherwise. But if I do see her, I'm going to pull out my healer's tools, move to her, and if this is I'm going to attempt to help her.
Okay.
So can I see her?
Yes, you can.
All right. I'll do that. I'm going to pull out my healer's tools.
One action to pull them out, one action to move, and then one action to treat wounds, right?
Treat poison.
Okay.
This will give her a bonus on her savings throws against poison if I'm successful.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a medicine check. Blind.
Blind? Okay. Success is a +2. Critical success is a +4. Circumstance bonuses in both cases against or on her saves. A failure is nothing, and a critical failure is a -2 on her saves. So based on that, make a note. Hopefully I helped Victoria, and I'm done. Calm yourself. I shall help you. Here, hold still. Show me where it bit you. You should never trust such things. Did you like
I can
that?
just imagine Scalonus giving a lecture right now.
Yeah. As long as I could see her. I'm still not sure I could even see in the blackness here. Nobody carries torches in here.
You do have dark vision, don't you? Or
No.
like dim light?
I have low
You
light
have low
vision.
light vision.
I need light to be able to take advantage of low light vision. There's no light in
Okay.
here. Just whatever's coming from up the steps, I guess.
Yeah. Braun lays the smackdown. Kills one. Victoria, back to you.
She's going to attempt one more time to push it out of her veins.
Okay. And give me that roll. That is a critical success.
So that would get rid of the stupefy?
You are no longer poisoned, but you do still have the stupefied condition.
Fuck. Victoria would look at Scalanas if she can see him. She can hear him, but she would just look at him and be like, She won't say it, but she's thinking, you're choosing now, of all times, to lecture me. And she's going to attempt movement.
Okay, you can move.
Alright, that ends her movement.
Still have one action left.
She's going to do electric arc. Mainly on the one creature that's left.
Okay. That's a 2-action cast.
Shit.
I hate to steal your thunder there, but you did a save attempt and then moved.
Yeah, I just...
The save took an action?
He actually tried to end its effect.
Retching or something, right?
Yeah, she tried doing that.
Interesting.
That'll be the end of it for her.
Okay, Krabius. What do you want to have Krabius do, Diz?
Gravius is going to cast Shield on himself.
Okay. That's one action.
And then with his last two that he has left, he's going to try and cast Electric Arc.
That back in the channel for me. Alright, go ahead and roll your damage. I'll make the save. As lightning sizzles across it, you can see it didn't do as much as you had originally hoped. It seemed to sort of shamble off to the side, so that all you got was a glancing blow. But it did hurt it.
And that'll be it for him.
Just run.
All right. All right. So she'll move here. She's already declared it. Her hunt. So she'll do shot again.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you get 2 shots per one action,
hunted.
right?
Correct.
I'm just making sure I'm double checking myself here. I've never
No.
played with the ranger. Apologies.
No, that's fine. So I think those miss.
Thunder.
I'm pretty sure those miss. 22 and 18.
22 will get you close, but not close enough.
All right. I will attempt battle medicine on myself.
Okay.
All right, and turn.
It's just your rolls, man. It's just your rolls.
Well, oh, trust me, my rolls are freaking atrocious, and Fritz will justify that.
Oh, the worst I've ever seen in my life.
Knows
Consistently.
my rolls are absolute garbage. Like, if I'm rolling good, everybody look out.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of what, Skalanis, it's your turn.
Did the skelly go?
No, skeleton's still standing.
But he took his turn, right? He's before me. If I remember from last turn.
Oh, yes, that's right. Almost forgot.
There you go. You're welcome.
Winds up for a strike on Kravius. Oh, I don't think 14 is going to get it done.
No.
$22.
Hit.
Normal or crit?
To make me feel better, because this is bothering me. Who has the light? Can we say that
I can say that Braun has a light.
yeah, give him a light. Because that plays such a big role in this. I mean, when he's shooting his bow, if this guy is hidden, he's going to have to make flat checks to be able to target him in the shadows. So it is a thing. There, now I could see. I'm nitpicking. Sorry, Kyle. We need light.
If you recall, I'd said that the corridors were.
Yeah, I thought they were lit naturally.
There is that.
Just a little bit of the theater of the mind coming into play. Sorry.
Mhm. It's okay. I forgot.
Is
He's down.
Kravius, I'm sorry, my brother.
It's his fault. He should be here playing.
I don't think I've ever rolled that well for a longsword strike in my life. Now it is Skalanis' turn. His stands are triumphantly
All right. So he's flat.
battered down the mighty Kravius.
He's flat-footed to me. He's in trouble now. Let me see if I can. Let's see, there's 5. Where did everybody go? 5, 10. 15. Oh, I'm in your square. Darn it. 15. 25. We'll move here. 30 or 35. That's my max. So that's my 35 feet. And well, the creature. Oh, yeah, he is flat-footed. While the creature finishes his blow upon Cravius, I'll sneak in with my rapier and give him a series of blows. Again, deftly seeing the creature, because I'm eyeing my next location where I'm going to move. I will attack with my rapier. Ooh,
Miss.
17. Darn it. And then I'll use my last thing here for 5.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Hold on.
Give me a perception. Do you enter that particular space?
Yes.
Something from your background has triggered.
And while I fall back here, I'm calling to this sinister beast. Come here, you skeleton beast. I'm trying to draw his attention towards me. And then what happens?
Give me a perception.
Oh, okay. Blind?
Yes, sir. Blind.
No hero points. No hero points.
Are you sure you don't have a hero point?
Nope.
We've been playing for more than an hour?
No hero points.
Brett, take the hero point and spend it.
You sure?
Yes, take the hero point and spend it.
Okay.
Oh my god, it was worse.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll take it. Technically, you're supposed to give out hero points once every hour. Technically, that's the guideline you use in Pathfinder, but I never follow that rule. I'm very stingy with hero points. But yeah, it is one every hour. That's okay.
I go by RP, you know, what you guys do and how you interact.
Mm-hmm. It all works. It's all good. What happens, Kyle?
Fortunately,
What happens?
Skalana says you fall back.
No.
Something underneath your right boot
Uh-oh.
gives way. As you have activated a trap.
Oh, that's what it was.
As
Okay.
metal spikes come slamming out from the wall and up from in between your legs, impaling you from your back and from the floor.
Darn it.
You're going to take
Darn it. That feature, it's a feeder feature, finally kicks in and it failed. Come on, what is it, Kyle? Oh
You're
no.
going to take 14 points of piercing damage.
Wow.
And you are restrained by the sheer amount of metal spears that are stuck in you right now.
Oh, I'm restrained?
Sir. Yeah, Fritz, that second. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah! You hear the screams coming from Skalanis in the distance.
First one was a 17, your second one was a 14.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm fine with that. No problem.
I tried, Fritz, I tried. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I didn't want to take the hero point. If I failed, I failed. But it hurts. Oh. Now, what is it again? It's this big steel grate or something? Spikes come up out of the ground?
Spike traps.
Oh, that
Sir.
hurts.
You stepped on one and you activated spikes coming out of the wall and spikes coming up from the floor.
So I'm stuck in place. Ouch. Can't move, can't do anything.
Victoria, Jezrin, you all see this occur. The rogue has been pin-cushioned. Braun's up.
All right.
Move up. And he's gonna shout, "Get Kravius!"
I can't attack or manipulate.
All right, boss, kill that last one.
He ain't gonna get it done. Gonna move over. He's gonna run past the creature and over to Skalanos. He's gonna examine the trap. Hang on, Skalanos. I'll get you out of this. It is your turn. You've seen Skalanos get impaled, pin-cushioned. It was nasty.
She's gonna immediately make her way over to Kravius and do stabilize on him.
I picture it, Kyle, like this big hatch comes up out of the ground, the floor.
That's exactly what happened.
And
This big hatch and the spring-loaded spikes.
Yeah, and it's got me held against this pillar. Boom. Ouch.
You said you wanted more traps involved.
You are welcome, and I like it.
So you cast Stabilize.
On Kravius.
Okay. And make him stabilized.
So he has the wounded one condition. He's unconscious and flat-footed and all that other good stuff. But he's wounded one. That's the only thing you have to do.
You have one action left.
Seeing how
Help me! It's not
Seeing
that
how
bad.
she now has Kravis stabilized, she sees Braun trying to get Skalanis out, and just in the background trying to mend herself. Victoria's going to sacrifice her ability to cast anything and move back up the stairs while screaming at the creature to follow her.
Gonna move back the way you came.
Gonna move back up this way, and she's gonna try and get the creature to follow her.
Oh, I really wish you hadn't have done that. As you scream, you hear the rocks behind you give way.
Oh no. Traps.
You've got to be kidding me.
As one of these fallen heroes buried in the rubble ascends to join this fight.
She just screams bloody murder. End of turn.
Oh, what do you want to have crappy? Oh, I'm such a terrible GM. I'm sorry, guys. It's unconscious, prone. It's basically stable. I don't think there's anything he can do because he doesn't have any
No,
hit
he
points.
can't. There's nothing he really can do. He's just laying there unconscious.
Yep. Move him in initiative order to one above the skeleton. Gotta remember that. I don't know if he did that. I don't even know if it matters at this point, but... Just written. Gotta save us, Ranger. We're all in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Braun. Keep
Yeah.
forgetting about him.
That's right. It's all on your careful bowmanship.
Yeah.
Come
Wow.
on, come on. You
That's
got
I'm not
this.
not happy about that. All right. 2 shots on the badly injured one standing over my friend there.
Obvious.
All right, here we go. First one. Can't roll at all.
Wow. Roll a
Wait a
5.
minute now. That was your first one, right?
Yeah. The second one's a 26.
26 will hit. But what I want you to do for me, on the first one, it sailed. You've hit Braun.
Don't do it, Kyle. Don't do it.
No.
It's an automatic hit on Braun?
It's because the arrow sailed in between the rib cage and Braun's directly behind trying to get Skolanus out of the way.
It works. That's what
So
happens.
roll damage on both shots.
Oh no.
Ouch.
That's the first one, the miss. So that's 3.
That's not too bad. 2.
Oh no.
That's all right.
Oh, it's looking mighty shambly. Yes. You've seen these creatures before. It's getting very close.
I have 1 action left, so I'll use it to command my companion. So when you use an action to command a companion, the companion gets 2 actions.
Yep.
So it's gonna fly. Has a speed of 60.
Wouldn't it be on your shoulder? Start from where your shoulder?
That's what I always thought. It was on their shoulder.
Yeah,
It
see?
doesn't. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Either way, it gets to the adjacent to
Mm-hmm.
the skeleton. It's gonna make a strike. It's a miss. All right,
Yep.
end of turn.
Wait a minute now.
What now? What are you gonna do, Kyle?
Oh,
I mean, it's. I've been missing with 19s before.
yeah, that's a miss. Anyway, you slice it and dice it. I've got him marked as flat-footed. And yeah, nah. Sorry, bub. Close, but no cigar.
Just bad luck with the dice tonight. That's all. I like the Ranger.
Oh, I'm absolutely loving this Ranger. I'm actually thinking about giving it a go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that seriously. There's 2 classes that I want to play now. That's Magus and Ranger. Because this Ranger, when it's connecting, it's pumping.
Although technically I haven't connected yet, but yeah, I see what you mean. End of turn. I don't know. Yeah, I think we might be in trouble.
We'll see. I'm up. Or the skeleton.
Skolanus?
Skeleton, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I don't know where they disappeared to. Like, they freaking disappeared in my turn order.
The one that you killed, the first one you killed, was the one that was in the initiative. And when you killed him, he wasn't in the initiative no more.
I know what I did. I made him as hidden. Okay.
Ah.
That's what I done. Alright, the one that's badly injured, we'll start with him. He's going to... Correct me if I'm wrong, Fritz, but I can attack an animal companion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got an armor class and all that stuff. If you want. Is he flying? That's another Set of rules there too.
That's a hit.
Eric sounds distraught. He's not doing good tonight. Be good, Kyle.
12 points
12 points.
of slashing damage as it just clips the hawk as it flutters away.
Got it.
Now, do I want to be... Now the question is, do I want to be a dick or not? Because it sees Cravius twitching.
Roll dice.
Fritz, give me a number between 1 and 6.
Please focus on me. Please focus on me. Please, please, please.
5.
Please.
It continues the assault.
Damn it!
On who? On the bird or on Cravius?
Cravius. I believe that's a hit.
It's a hit.
Gonna take 14 points of slashing damage and re-enter dying 1. You see this grotesque Jezrin. You've seen this many times fighting with Braun against many undead and druids. Skeletons will work themselves into a frenzy,
You're
literally
dying.
tearing their target to pieces.
You're dying 2.
Oh, he was stabilized.
He was wounded 1.
Oh, yeah, so dying 2. I forgot about that. It's been a minute since I've been behind the chair, guys. Once again,
I saw it. I saw it.
apologize.
That's why we got those little markers on the token. So yeah, ouch. This last skeleton.
No, there's one up more by Diz. Speaking of which, Diz, give me a number between 1 and 6.
4.
It continues the assault. And strikes the ground this time.
Now, is that the creature that's up here with Victoria?
No, that guy goes now.
Ah, shit.
Gonna rush you. Don't believe a 20 hits you.
It does.
Oh, 20 does?
Her armor class is 18. So that's a hit.
You're gonna take 14 points of slashing damage.
Well, all the folks downstairs are gonna hear her screaming in pain as blood goes flying down the stairs.
Skeleton cackles at you. And then tries to hit you with a backswing. And
This is, thank God.
now we go to Scalanas.
Okay, first thing is I'm going to try and
guys.
escape. Unarmed against the DC. You know what the DC is, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll make my unarmed attack. So it's a D20 plus 9. Here we go. Trying to escape from this thing and push it off me. I don't have a hero point. Do I escape?
You do.
I do. I knock it off and push it back to the ground. The blood is coming out of the wounds from the spikes. It even grazed across my left cheek, tearing the flesh. But I'm
You
free.
actually cleared that check, Fritz, with a nice 24.
Excellent. So I'm no longer restrained or immobilized or flat-footed or anything else. And that was my first action, which also counts as an attack, I believe.
It does.
So I'll be penalized. So that creature there is no longer flat-footed to me.
Correct.
I'm gonna continue doing what I was doing. And move to here for number 2. And then I'm going to spend my final one lashing at it. I didn't drop my weapons, so I'm going to lash at it with my rapier. This will be counted as my second attack.
Correct. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think restrained you drop your weapons. I think you're just held in place and can't move.
Yeah. Dying causes you to drop things. That was blind. I don't know why I made it blind. Did I hit?
No, that is a clean miss.
Okay.
Travis had been standing, you might have dropped him.
Right now I'm getting loud and I'm screaming. I'm trying to distract this beast with everything I can. And one more thing before we move on. This is a meta thing. It's a rules thing because I'm curious. We haven't used animal companions before, nor flying creatures too often. But I believe with a flying creature, you have to spend an action to fly, which is an action. We talked about this before the other night. If that minion, who only has 2 actions, is flying, one of his actions has to be to fly. So he technically only moved and never got the chance to attack.
He gets 2 actions when I give it a command in action, though.
Yeah. His 2 actions,
Yeah, but
one of them
flight
has
is
to
an
be to
action.
fly.
One of them is to fly, and the other was to attack.
Yeah, that's true. Your movement is part
What's
of
the
that fly.
issue?
Yeah, you're right. I totally forgot that. It's like, oh, he's got to spend 1 to hover. But you're not doing that. You're right. I'm done.
Oh, hearing Victoria scream.
And seeing blood fly down the stairs.
Where is Victoria?
1 movement. 2 movement. Braun has come to the rescue.
I have a feeling after this, Galanis is just gonna tear into Victoria with a huge lecture.
Hold on there, Rosie. I'm coming. Help has arrived. It completely misses the
Yeah.
shot.
Worthless.
Victoria, you're a go.
Well, there ain't no better time than now. Victoria is just gonna light up. And she's going to cast Tempest Surge on the skeleton in front of her.
Finally, you break out the surge.
That's weird. It says you don't have enough focus points to cast the spell. Interesting.
You casted it last time we played and you guys didn't have any. You could have refocused during that hour and 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's only 10 minutes.
I had forgot about that.
I'll let it slide this time. Just give yourself the focus point and just remember to keep refocusing.
Okay.
Since it's kind of not my night and it's yeah, first time back in a bit, I'll let that one go. Ooh, DC 17 basic reflex.
Roiling clouds and crackling lightning. Wow. D12 electricity damage.
Missed attempted basic save. Target is also clumsy 1. Clumsy 2 for 1 round and takes persistent electricity damage. Or go ahead and roll your damage, Des.
Two D12. you make the save?
As your electricity comes from within you, surging forward, crackling, popping, eviscerating. It washes over the skeleton. It seems to do more damage than you would have initially thought. You felt a little more powerful than you normally would have. You seem like you hurt it more. I believe you've got one more action left. Get away.
She's going to move and place Braun between herself and the skeleton that she was fighting.
I knew that one was coming.
And that'll be it.
She used the fighter for a meat shield. That's what we're here for. Just run. Please, for the love of mercy, destroy this creature.
That's not flat-footed, right? No. So one action. Are you muted?
I was muted, sorry.
You are.
All right, I switch weapons, bow to rapier, so that's 2 actions. With my last action, I give Qatar 2 actions, who flies around to flank with Scalanas, and then strikes with its beak.
Okay, so it would be 5-footed now. Okay, gotcha.
But that's the kind of night it's been. And a turn.
Let's make a recovery check for Crappy.
I believe he has a hero point.
Okay.
Do you got any
This
hero
is-
points? Jezrin, do you have any hero points?
No, I've used both.
I think he's both.
Alright, gonna use the hero point on him, get rid of the dying.
How many did he have?
2.
You'd have to spend them all.
Alright, spend them all then.
And that's a unique little perspective for Jezrin. If you're dying and you have hero points,
Yeah, you can use them all to automatically save.
and you remove your dying condition and are stable. You don't have any HP, but you're it's better than dying. Would not believe how many times a hero point has pulled me out of the fire on that particular front.
That'll be the end of it for him.
And you're wounded 2 now, right? That's the second time you're wounded 2.
Yeah, he should be.
Alright, creature's turn.
There you go.
Victoria, as you hunker down behind Braun, you hear this loud, sickening whack of a blade against flesh. Braun is critically stricken. It's going to take 22 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, he felt that one. Meanwhile, Crabius. Yeah, Crabius. See what kind of night I've had. Meanwhile, Galanas.
Yeah. You put the turn marker on me? Boom, boom.
No, Skalanos, you're gonna get attacked.
Oh. Whoopsie.
I don't think a 12 gets it done, though.
No.
It looks
18.
highly frustrated by your juking and jiving, and it does it again.
Oh. 18, that hits.
Dodge out of the way, Fritz. You just can't escape the backswing as it cuts in the opposite direction of your movement.
Ow.
You take 10 points of slashing damage.
Oh! It cuts across my back and arm. That hurt.
It cackles maniacally at you like its jaw unhinges, and you hear the sick grinding of bone on bone.
Some of its teeth fall out.
Yeah. Now it is your turn, Skalanos.
Things are
You
looking
have been stricken. You've been beaten.
desperate.
You've been impaled.
Well, I've got him flat-footed at the moment. How bad off is he anyway? Let me look here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll cut into him with my rapier right off the bat. The blade begins to hum once again. While he's flat-footed, mind you. And it's blind again. I can't see what it is. What did I get, Kyle?
22.
22. That get him?
Hit.
Yes. Yes.
Describe how you eviscerate this foe.
Oh, his left arm, where carrying the blade, is severed at the elbow, and the bone just falls right off with a sickening crack, and it hits the floor. And I come across in the opposite direction, and while it is distracted and its other arm is at its side, I aim for its head and swing, whoosh, and decapitate it. And the head just rolls off its body, and the bones just collapse on themselves in a pile before me. For my next trick, I hear the screams coming from the steps to the south. Without pause or hesitation, I see Victoria just briefly as she makes her presence known on the steps, seemingly to back down them, which means only one thing: something is attacking. I'm going to move in that direction and see what's going on.
As you get to the bottom of the steps, you can see Braun and this skeleton. This particular skeleton appears to be more beefy. It looks like it's got a lot more armor on it.
Now I can see all this, right? So
Yes, you can see them sort of dueling up there.
all right there. No, wouldn't let me move there. Let me do this again. 15. And then wants me to move here. That'll be 30. And then right there's the farthest I can get up those steps. I cross the path just behind Braun and get to my former position, and I look and I see this beast, and what I'm going to do is I am going to throw at it my blade that's in the other hand. I'm going to throw one of my daggers, which should already be drawn. I'm going to draw it now.
Okay.
That was already drawn. I also have the quick
'cause
draw
you had
anyway.
it out.
I did have it out. And I will throw it, and that'll be my number 2. This blade cuts through the air in the direction of this creature and
Bends off the armor.
disappears in the rock pile. Gone forever. Oh well. Okay, I'm done.
Was a good attempt.
I tried. At least I might be distracting it. We'll see.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Fritz?
Yeah, I gotta get rid of my restrained. That's about it.
Gonna move on to Braun. I'll hear a point that.
Oh, I'm near death.
Ooh, I like that one better.
We have no healer. This is not going well.
You see Braun sever one of its limbs, its arms. Yes, Victoria, what are you gonna do?
Alright, so gonna move right there. She is going to cast. She's going to cast Electric Arc and focus mainly on the creature.
Put that in chat for me.
Want me to roll damage?
Yes, you may roll damage. Fritz, what does a critical success do against a basic save?
Double damage.
No, I mean a critical success for the crit.
Oh, critical success. I think it's no damage.
I believe so. Yeah. Yep. Critical success creature takes. Yep. So it just stands there looking at you.
Well,
Sort of cackling like it. You've sort of made it laugh a little bit. I believe you have one action remaining.
Did you hear me when I said it takes no damage? Was I muted?
No, it didn't. You were muted.
I
But
was
yeah,
muted.
I didn't remember that it don't take it.
Sorry.
okay.
Does this thing
What about you
seem
moved?
Does this thing seem to be taking immune or resistance to electricity? Is that what's going on here?
No, it critically succeeded its save.
Oh, against electricity.
She's going to move over here and kind of kneel down,
And weep.
place a hand on the ground and just kind of weakly calling around for the spider to see if she can get it to come back to her.
Madness.
It
What is
does
happening?
not reply.
And that'll be it for her.
Jezrin.
Come on, Ranger. You got this.
Hopes have been
Alright.
dashed. It's up to you. You're our only hope,
I
Obi-Wan.
hope that's not true. Can I get up to here?
You can move your full movement.
Alright, I just wanted to make sure that wasn't an issue with terrain or whatnot.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Alright, so up to there. I have my rapier out.
Here comes.
So, oh, I didn't do that in the actions though when I said it last time. So let me do that.
Does your hunted prey stuff work with this? I don't know if
Yes,
it'll be
it
any.
does.
Does it?
I can't do hunted shot, but I
Yeah.
can do. My attack modifier is less severe. All right, here we go. First attack.
Miss.
Force. Second attack.
What is happening? Oh
This is-
no!
You got my rolls right there.
This
What is
really awful.
happening?
All right, end of turn.
Eric's never
Give
gonna
me
play
one more
again.
attack
You,
just for
you're gonna scare him away, Kyle. He'll never play again.
roll one more attack.
No, he's good. He's good.
Yeah, just to show. Yeah, that still would have missed on my third attack. 22.
Wow.
All right, end of turn.
Travis can't do anything.
If you can flank him now, let's go honest.
Yeah. Oh, it's me. Oh. Yeah, I see that. Which I'm definitely gonna do. And I'll hop up on these rocks with great stealth and speed. With my rapier out. And that's about it. I threw my dagger. I do have more on my back, but I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to cut into this creature with my seemingly magical blade as it cuts through the air. It's flat-footed.
It is flat-footed to everybody now.
Mm-hmm. 22.
Hit.
Well, didn't he score a 22?
It wasn't flanked then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good, good, good. $11. $11 points. That's with precision damage. Okay.
I'm beginning to realize that if somebody hears Victoria screaming, you know there's trouble going on.
Yeah. We got this guy surrounded up here. Okay, second attack.
Right, give it a go.
I usually don't do this. One attack is good enough for me. I usually bounce out, but take advantage of this.
Not good enough this
Nope.
time.
I figured as much. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm done.
We're gonna go up to Braun. Gonna make one attack. What is up with our rolls tonight? That is a critical failure.
Good.
You just see Braun smashing rocks.
Oh, it's Braun.
All three attacks just flipping miss.
He's smashing rocks. Oh.
Victoria, do something.
Come on, Victoria. You got this. It's time to think fast.
God. She's thinking.
You could sense the tension in the air and in the earth itself. Desperation is overwhelming you. You need to take action. What do you do? Sorry, Kyle. I went into GM mode there.
I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm
so,
trying to inspire her. Come on.
Okay, so she's gonna move back up to here.
Hmm.
She's gonna poke her head around Braun to take a look at the creature. And
You hear something from behind you.
Ignore it.
Victoria mumbles under her breath, "Now you talk when I need you." Um. Yeah, no, I'm not using that one.
Keep in mind, that creature has cover when you attack it from
Braun's
there.
in the way.
Electric arc?
Fuck.
It'll give him a bonus to his armor class. That's all.
I told you this. Fucking a duck was a flap in the bear. Stop it.
Feel the power of the druidess.
Come on, give me
Oh,
something
she's
good here.
contemplating trying to go find the spider too. So she's kind of torn at the moment.
Roll a dice. It's to see what she does, not you. So just roll it if you get stuck.
D20.
Whatever you want. Say 50-50. Whatever you want to. Odds you want to give it. Roll it.
If it's a 1, she fights. If it's a 2, she looks for the spider.
All right. Go. There it is.
She fights.
She fights. Boy, you got to change your dice. What kind of dice is that? What is that, teal?
I want to figure out how to
Plain.
change it.
I'll have to show you tomorrow. I'll show you later.
She's going to cast Electric Arc.
One target.
Roll damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a natural 20 on the die, so no, don't even bother.
So it needed a... Yeah, that would be critical success. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Roll 27 the first one, and then I got a nat 20 on this one.
Yeah, this one's tough. It's all right. It's time for the ranger.
I believe that's all you can do.
Mhm.
Makes 2. I'm sorry, don't blame me.
I ain't blaming you. I'm blaming the damn spider.
I only made this combat to be 15 minutes. Jesrin, you're our only hope of resistance.
That's no good. All right, it's flat-footed to me.
Mm-hmm.
Striking at it with my rapier.
Mm-hmm. You got it. Come on. That's a hit. That's enough. Come on.
Does 6 do it?
Come on, Kyle.
Describe how you fell this most intractable
Yes.
foe.
You did it. You did it.
Just the rapier goes right through its eye socket, out the back of its skull. And then as I pull the rapier back, it pulls the skull off with it.
Gotta take the head.
Braun nods in approval.
Excellent. Boy, it pulled through for you at the end there. You had all those miserable rolls, but you finished off the creature.
It had 5 HP left.
Yeah, it was near death. It had to be pretty soon. finally, and it collapses into a pile of bone.
As the area around you once again grows quiet, you hear sounds of panting coming from this room. You're tired. You're exhausted. Your strength all but spent. But you've cleared this section of ruins of the enemies.
Wow.
And that is where we are going to conclude tonight's episode of The Wild Beyond.
Excellent. It
I
was
hope
good,
you all
Kyle.
had fun and enjoyed.
Good, but
Everybody go ahead and give me some outros, and we'll ship this old bad boy back into the records.
who's first?
Victoria, go ahead and give me your outro.
Well, now she's definitely less trustful of animals now that now she knows that they can bite her. But the night was definitely pushed at the limits for everybody, and it was, even though it was drawn out long, I still think it was done incredibly well.
Well, thank you. Mr. Jesserin, go ahead and give me your outro. What'd you think? Good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent?
I thought it was good. You're similar to Mike with your descriptions. I know for when I DM my 13th Age campaign, listening to the two of you, I know I can do better in terms of being more vivid with my descriptions. So that's good. There's not. I'm noticing there's not. I started noticing in my other Pathfinder game, but I'm noticing there's not a lot of room for error. Some of these things really hit hard, and I guess hopefully as time goes on, we settle on some standard tactics in the group. I think that would be great. Yeah, and Justin's just sheepishly looking at Braun, and looks at the arrow injury she gave him, and she just whispers, "Sorry, boss."
We're forgiven this one. But I mean, yeah, I mean, and Fritz will tell you, like in the Abomination Vault, it took us a lot of time and me losing a lot of characters before we developed a set of tactics. And, the margin of error, especially against bosses, like tonight, these guys were not bosses by any means. They were a little beefier than your standard skeleton, yeah, but they were not bosses by any means. And the rolls weren't there, so it just, it gave them an opportunity to get some quality shots. And their dice just, unfortunately, was a lot more on fire tonight. But, yeah, especially against bosses, oh, yeah, baby. You ever stood up there and watch a fighter choke fighting a massive 8-foot tall skeleton? Yeah, that was not a fun night for me. But I mean, it just happens. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're crap. I mean, we got to take them in stride and
Yeah,
keep
for
right
sure.
on looking. But
For
good
sure.
having you. I thought you did it really, really well. Fritz, go ahead and give me your outro.
Good fun. I had fun playing Kyle once again as a player, which I'm new to, and I'm trying to get used to doing and role playing and getting into just one character for a change. And I think I'm getting there. It's taking a little time, but it's fun. And I like letting somebody else control the fate of Scalanis, that is the GM, besides just me. I like that. And it's good fun. And I'm looking forward to the next session. Kyle, you did a great job no matter what. I look forward to it. So, yeah, kudos to you, Kyle. And everybody else in the session. Victoria, good role playing. Eric, of course, new player. He knows what he's doing. And a little frustration kicks in with the Ranger. That's fine. But, yeah, it was good fun playing with all you guys. And I can't wait till next one.
I mean,
Same here.
as far as the new player goes, your ability to just get in there and get knee deep is actually quite a breath of fresh air. Because I myself have been that new player where I just sort of sit here on the sidelines, and Fritz sort of did what I did is Fritz just sort of drugged me into it and said, no, you're RPing this. So So I mean, it's good on that. And Victoria meeting, a spider, and then she took that role, and it is rolling with that, is quite good. And then of course Fritz coming up with the tactical play of playing around corners and doing all that really good stuff. Really good group of players. And that's gonna be it from this old boy. We'll see y'all on the next one.
We're going to have episode 6 coming soon. Stay tuned for that, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching, you guys. Till next time, you guys hang in there because it's only going to get better. You know it. Talk to you soon, folks.